Ladies and gentlemen, of course you are on Art and Culture Monday and you're with me, Karen Blessing, at 43 minutes past 8 a.m. and we are having amazing, important conversations. If you're just joining us, you've missed a big huge chunk of the show, but do not worry, because whatever is remaining is also bite worthy, so stick around, okay, as we have this conversation. I am not alone. I am joined with two gentlemen. Now my ladies are gone. Now I am here with two gentlemen in studio. They are ready, they look prepared, they are ready to have this conversation, which is of utmost importance. Today also, it is good to remind you that today is World Refugee Day, so this is why we are having this conversation on this day. I think it is important for you to know where we are starting, so that is our foundation for having this conversation. But they are here. I want them to tell us their name, to say hello to you, tell you what they do. Alafu, we will jump right into this conversation. I think we'll start right here with Shadrach. Shadrach, please say hi and tell us who you are and what you do.
All right. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
My name is Shadrach Kuyo.
Yes.
I'm joining you from the Refugee Consortium of Kenya.
Yes.
We are a non-governmental organization established in 1998
yes.
to promote and protect the rights and dignity
yes.
of refugees, asylum seekers,
yes.
IDPs, and other persons of concern.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is Shadrach in all his glory. Thank you very much. Yusuf.
My name is Yusuf from Mount Kenya University. A member of the committee to the World Refugee Day. We are having a program today to commemorate the refugees in this country.
Yes.
And yeah, from Mount Kenya University.
Yes, amazing. We are going to be getting to the activities of today and what you're going to be doing. But I want to start from Shadrach. Shadrach, from Refugee Consortium of Kenya, why was it important to have Refugee Consortium of Kenya?
Okay. At that particular moment, as
yes.
I indicated earlier,
yes.
We were founded in 1998. By then, we had issues with burgeoning of the number of refugees
yes.
within the Horn of Africa, East Africa,
yeah.
and many of them were streaming in to Kenya.
Yes.
So what happened is we deemed it fit to actually come up with the organization to be able to give legal representation
yeah.
and psychosocial support to these community that we serve that were coming in
yes.
to be able to get their footing.
Yes.
Yeah. So you realize that when someone moves away from their country of origin to
yes.
seek asylum, what happens is there are very many things that are involved. One, they need documentation, they
yes.
need movement pass,
yeah.
they need to be taken through security check,
yes.
so that we are able to tell if they really need the asylum in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah, so during those many things that were happening, RCK came in to address such issues
yes.
by helping the government to register these people.
Yes.
Yes.
Has the rate of now refugees seeking asylum from 1998 to date, is it reducing or increasing?
Well, maybe just to point out,
yes.
A refugee issue, it's an issue that is not about to end.
Yes.
Yeah. Reason being, in our present day world, when you socialize with any other person, one of the key things that you'll realize is that you'll be getting into disagreements. You can always not agree at every particular moment.
Yeah.
So what this leads to conflict. And you see there are people whom, due to fear of maybe persecution, they'll have to leave their countries of origin to seek asylum. So the number of refugees that are coming into Kenya is actually increasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not reducing, it's increasing.
It's actually
and
increasing.
It's not only in Kenya, but worldwide.
Yes.
The numbers are increasing.
Are actually increasing.
Yeah, you are aware of the Tigray situation in Ethiopia.
Yes, yes.
You are aware of the Congo situation.
True.
The northeastern, is it Kivu?
Yes.
Yes. Then you are also aware of the Afghan situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Afghanistan. So if anything, these things are increasing.
It is increasing.
Yes. Ladies and and gentlemen, I think this is a learning point. So I hope that you're listening very keenly, because these things are happening all around us, and sometimes we may not be very keen to to want to know what are the numbers, what is happening, is there an increase or decrease. So I think this is also a point of learning. Yusuf, why do you think Mount Kenya University has a designated part of refugees? Is it that you guys receive refugees, it is in the university capacity, because that's where the brains are anyway, to be able to have such a wing?
First and foremost, I say that Mount Kenya University is an international university.
Yes.
And as much as it is, we also have international students
yes.
who are refugees in the school. And we have them all around, from Rwanda, from South Sudan, Sudan. Yes. We have the best.
Yes.
And we have a lot of them
yes.
in Mount Kenya University.
So that is why that for Mount Kenya University is very important.
Yes.
What are some of the issues that you deal with pertaining the refugees, like say registration, their social issues, ensuring even emotional and mental state of because when you're seeking asylum, that means wherever you're coming from is not necessarily safe for you physically, socially, emotionally. So what are some of the things that you deal with when they come to the school?
As you just mentioned, the first instance is we need to understand you from the perspective of where are you coming from.
Yes.
We have to understand we have come to Kenya from which country, what were you going through, what is your psychological approach to that. So a person like that, you'll approach them differently.
Yes.
So that is how we try to build up the Mount Kenya University.
Are there now, apart from International Refugee Day, do you guys also have other organizations or other things that you put together, events that you put together to be helping out these refugees?
Yes, as a matter of fact, the World Refugee Day has always been a plan.
Yes.
And we have other events that incorporate them.
Yes.
Like we have a Cultures Week, we have cultures from Rwanda, South Sudan, Ethiopia. Yeah. All these come into one. We try and associate. That's why we call it integration.
Yes.
We have to build up ourselves in one of those perspectives.
In one of those perspectives. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Let's go back to CRS. I feel like he's more national, like more at a national level, helping refugees at a national level. I want to ask, in this time now that we cannot avoid a conversation around elections, does asylum, these asylum seekers, is getting documentation for them part of like actually what Refugee Consortium of Kenya does?
No. But we support by creating awareness around the process of acquiring this documentation. What happens is the documentation aspect is tasked with what we call the Department of Refugee Services, DRS, under the current New Refugees Act 2021. So what happens is asylum seekers would come and they make their asylum claim to the commissioner. To be recognized either as refugees, to be granted the refugee status rather. So they make the application to the commissioner, for this Department of Refugee Services. Now, how we plug in as the Refugee Consortium of Kenya is that we provide you with information that's needed during that process. You realize that this is mainly it lies more towards legal. So we provide you with the legal information.
So you act in short, you act as a bridge.
We act as a bridge
of information between the legal societies that are actually whose job is to do these things and the refugees who need these services. Okay, so apart from legal, what else does the Refugee Consortium of Kenya offer for refugees?
All right. We also protect their rights. We promote and protect their rights. By promotion, we engage in what we call advocacy for policy change. So what happens is we look at the laws that we have in Kenya. We look at their close conformity with the international provisions laws that we have and policies. Then we either advocate for certain aspects within the laws to be changed. So we support the government in developing new policies. And a good case in point is the New Refugees Act 2021.
Yes.
Yeah, we worked with the government and through the support of other organizations, our key partner UNHCR, and even other different INGOs and NGOs.
Yes.
We work together in ensuring that this Refugee Act,
Yes.
by then Refugee Bill 2019 was assented to by the president.
Yes.
So we engage in advocacy for policy change. We also have a wing that is known as research and knowledge management program, where we come up with information materials.
Yes.
Yeah. So for example, we did an analysis of the Refugees Act for different audience.
Yes.
There is one that is targeted at the stakeholder level, the technocrats.
Yes.
Then there is one that is targeted at the community that we serve. These are the refugees and asylum seekers. So we are talking about lay summaries. We are talking about abridged reports, synopses. Yeah.
Yes. So I feel like you guys deal with the issues from from policy makers, because that is where, if there is an act that is stating these are the rights of the refugees, so you're able to tackle that problem from the roots. Because if a policy is passed, then they are in a better place now to be able to make certain claims of where they are seeking their asylum.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we influence decision at the policy level.
Exactly.
But we also take part in direct implementation of these policies. For example, we have offices in Kakuma. We have another office in Garissa and another office in Dadaab. These offices ensure that we have direct contact with the refugees to address the common problems that they usually encounter whenever they come in and while they're at the camp. A good case scenario is that you see, for example, what women go through when they enter Kenya to seek refugee status or asylum, and what men go through when they enter is totally different. The level of magnitude of how they are affected differs. Women goes through a channel of, let me say, emotional stress. During that process of even journeying from their country of origin to Kenya, they encounter gender violence, they are sexually violated, and what have you. So we intervene even at that level and represent them in our court systems. So that even if they're at the camp and there is gender violence that has taken place, will represent them.
They can be able, Yes. So you practice change. You are part of the change at both policy level and even directly where they are at.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. Yusuf, what the refugees, like say in Mount Kenya University, from which countries are they from?
Well, we have a variety of them from Rwanda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Somalia. We have a variety of them in Mount Kenya University. But as I answer that, he has mentioned something about the amendment of 10 of 2021, the Refugee Act. One important thing to note about that act is that once you are a refugee, you have all the rights to seek as an asylum. You have all the rights. And at the same, once you are in Kenya, you have the obligation to go and report to the authorities that I am here as an asylum seeker between the first day and the 30th day. So that is the policy. And
so you can be able to, between 1 and 30 days, which I feel is a fairly good amount of time for you to be able to do exactly that. So does Mount Kenya University, do you go to these asylum seekers, designated places like Kakuma? Do you guys usually have programs that go there?
What we have programs that in Nairobi, we'll have someone who is here, maybe you have an asylum center here. We'll go there with conjunction with the Kituo cha Sheria, Law Society of Kenya, or any other groups that are relevant to that. We'll go there and have a discussion. We need to understand from your perspective, what do you think needs to be done better your life or stay here in Kenya.
Exactly.
So those are the things that we go through
Yes.
on a daily basis.
Okay, so I have a two-part question to both of you. One for the refugee. You know, someone is watching and they are not yet registered as a refugee. They have probably not even had a channel. They don't know there's a channel in which they can be able to actually like legally present themselves and be here legally, so that they have access to education, access to documents, access to practicing their careers. You know, someone came out of Somalia and they were a doctor, but now they don't have access to that information. Someone, let's say a newbie, someone who just walked in, what would you like them to know? Shadrach, yes.
Okay, do you mind repeating?
Yes, I'm asking for someone who has just gotten into the country, they want to seek asylum. What is one of the things, what are a number of things that you would like them to know firsthand?
All right. Yeah, there are key things that maybe they need to
Yes.
note down.
Yeah.
One, the changes that have been brought about by the Refugees Act 2021.
Yeah.
It's a huge divergent from the previous act, the 206 Act. So we have what's called transit centers
Yes.
that are in place. These can either be the police stations,
Yes.
they can be the immigration centers,
Yes.
to name but a few. Yeah, so they'll be taken through that particular point. It's mainly usually for screening purposes,
Yes.
and to also help the government to understand the nature of their movement.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are those people who they'll say they are seeking asylum,
Yeah.
but in real sense they're not.
Yes.
Or there are those for security issues best known to us and our government,
Yeah.
and for the best interest of the countries, they still have to undergo through those screening processes.
Yes.
Then after that, they'll be taken now to the designated areas.
Yes.
For example, they can be taken to the camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be held there. And during your time in the camp, you'll get access to different documents. For example, the movement pass,
Yes.
so that you are able to move within the designated area without facing any charge from the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are the key things that someone who is seeking asylum needs to know before we move to any other prospects that are there.
Okay. Then the question goes to Yusuf. This one is not for the refugee, but for us, for the common Mwananchi, a Mount Kenya University student, when they are interacting with a refugee. What are some of the things that one should know?
Well, you must understand that this person, either psychologically,
Yes.
emotionally, or in other way,
Yes.
has gone through something,
Yeah.
and most probably don't talk about it.
Yeah.
So how you first approach this person is very important. Don't end up damaging that person so much.
Yes.
Don't be so personal.
Yes.
It takes time.
Yeah.
See? So if I approach a refugee, I want to know his name,
Yes.
where he's coming from.
Yes.
And from there, I want to understand what is the background or
Yes.
what has made him come here.
To seek asylum here.
You see?
Yes.
That's what we'll be thinking about. Then maybe to answer back to the question you had asked, Shadrach.
Yes. As for refugees,
Yeah.
what should they know? Yes.
The first instance, you should know that there is a commissioner at the public service.
Yes.
That is pursuant to the Act number 10, the Refugee Act of 2021.
Yes.
That there's an office and under the public service where you can go. You will be assisted with maybe your registration.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be told there are centers
Yes.
that we have set up for refugee or refugee asylum seekers.
Yes.
So those centers are in collaboration with the national government and the county government.
Yes.
So you'll find a way like Kakuma in Turkana is a consultation between the national government and the county government.
And the county government.
Yeah, so we've agreed that Kakuma is going to be a center for the asylum seekers.
Yes.
Then it has to go a long way with sensitizing the members of the public. At this place, we have decided to have an asylum seeker center.
Yes.
So we are going to have visitors here.
Yes.
Be welcoming to them. You see?
Yes.
Because integration has to do with them participating economically
Yes.
And socially.
Exactly.
So we have to work on this space. We have this notion that we depend so much on humanitarian efforts.
Yes.
But now the Act, or the Refugee Act 10 number 2021 has come to change all that. We are saying these refugees, by the way, where they came from, maybe Somalia, this person was a doctor,
Exactly.
was a nurse,
Yes.
was a teacher.
Yes.
Right now, they have an opportunity under this act to come and work.
Yes.
So long as you are a registered company or society, it is
Yes.
known.
Yes.
You just go ask for requirements maybe.
Yes.
Then you are told this is so and so is needed, or
Yes.
something is needed for you to attain this job.
Yes.
So in the process, you are building up our economic status.
Exactly.
So that will be what integration is.
That is what integration is all about.
Yeah.
Which means, you know, they get to participate economically, socially, culturally,
Yeah.
you know, to be able to be part of.
Yes.
Be as part of us as Kenya as a country. I want us to, as we wind up, I want us to speak about today. Today, of course, is World International Refugee Day. What is the theme of this celebration today?
The theme is we are celebrating the refugees today. Today is basically their day.
Yes.
And as a result, we have been having this since May. Because we had activities such as essay writings.
Yes.
We had games.
Yes.
We had career talks. Basically touching on every refugee sector.
Yes.
We are trying to diversify our thinking. We are trying to integrate these people into their society.
Yes.
So we have all it takes, we have done all it takes to make sure that they are safe at home.
Yes.
And today is a combination of today. So today we are going to have the milestone and a milestone of activities at KU Parklands School of Law.
Yes.
Where we are celebrating, today is the climax of the celebration of the World Refugee Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what activities are going to be taking place? One, KU, Kenyatta University Parklands.
Yes.
That is where those celebrations are going to be going down. So if you can make time, you can head there and make sure that you're part of the celebration. I can promise you will learn a thing or two that you didn't know. Yeah. So what activities are going to be there?
So most of the activities are in line with partners. We have partners with people like Law Society of Kenya.
Yes.
We have Amnesty International. We have MKU Parklands School of Law. We have the Anika Group.
Yes.
So it is a wide range. The CPDI.
Yes.
So in this, we are going to have exhibitions. Suppose now you have a talent in singing.
Yes.
Suppose you want legal advice. The LSK is there. Kituo cha Sheria is there.
Yes.
So we are going to have a lot of activities that every person needs to benefit from it.
Yes.
Yes.
Refugee Consortium of Kenya, what are you going to be part of the event that's happening today?
Yes.
Yes.
We are part of the event.
What are you going to be like? What services are you going to be providing in the event today?
Today we are taking part in a roundtable discussion. Whereby our executive director will representing the organization.
Yes.
Yeah. Just to talk about the integration of refugees, the journey around the Refugees Act 2021, and also to give a career talk with regard to the NGO humanitarian sector.
Yes.
Yeah. We've also taken part in the pre-organization process of these on this program that is taking place today. For example, we took part in marking certain essays that were written by different students from different universities, so that we can gauge maybe the level of understanding of the operationalized operational context of the refugee sector and refugee management in general. We've also engaged in the sporting activities that were planned. Some have already taken place. I understand some might be taking place today. So we are part and parcel of that and the exhibitions that Yusuf is talking about. Yes.
Amazing. We are going to be having an next launch, by the way, by one of the key people that are going to be celebrating today as their day. So stick around. We are going to be seeing talent, raw talent right here on Art and Culture Monday. So stick around for that. So that is happening. Has the event already started or is starting a bit later?
The event has started by 8. That was the program.
Yes.
And right now it's underway.
Yes, so it's underway, it's happening already.
Yeah.
Who can attend? You know, someone who is just hearing about this interview, they are very interested in refugee
everyone
integration.
Is
Everyone
welcome.
is welcome.
Yes.
Okay, so if you are available, MKU Parklands.
It's KU.
KU Parklands, Kenyatta University Parklands. If you can head there, you'll be able to learn a couple of things that probably you haven't taken a very keen note to learn about. You're going to learn, you're going to be. People who are looking for talent, you know, we have all sources of talent, all resources that you can ever think about. You will get a refugee that is a very good poet, a very good actor, a very good actress. You have probably, you know, a very good writer, a very good anyone. These sources of talent, you guys know Anika. You know Anika has an eye for talent, has an eye for you know, people who are doing very well in their niche. So you can also go there as resources, you know, go and fetch some resources from there, and in that way you are able to integrate the refugees in this country very well into our Kenyan system. Quick question. This is probably just from me and my director, but we thought so. But is there a better name than refugee? There's a way it tends to sound. I don't know. Enigma is here, by the way. I'm going to say that because you're not going to see him on set. But is there a better name? It just feels a bit off.
Well, we wanted to maintain the classicity and the glamour it comes with.
Yes.
So, refugee was it.
Because actually when you started speaking, I noted that you actually stated that is actually like a status. You see the way I am a Kenyan citizen, so I can be a Kenyan refugee.
Yeah.
Yes. Shadrach, you want to add something?
Yeah. Let me say, there are better names for refugees.
Yeah.
And within the humanitarian domain, people are progressively being drawn to the sensitive aspect of what the word refugee can mean. So we are moving from a refugee now to either people with lived experiences of displacement or people with lived experiences of migration. Or you can generally call it maybe persons of concerns. Within our organization, at times we talk of, let's say, communities that we serve. Because at the end of the day, these are people.
Exactly.
They are people, and they are people with emotions.
And personalities, you know, like it seems like when you put them under one umbrella with explanation, I really get it. I really get the word refugees. I think it is like it puts a certain, when you explain it as a certain status, then it comes out right. You know, so I thank you for that. I want to give you guys an opportunity to wish a happy Father's Day to your fathers if you didn't yesterday, or if you want to, you know, you want to add that double blessing. And then one last question, and then we close. Let's start with Yusuf.
Just wish everyone a happy Father's Day.
Yes. All right. Every dad of any type from whatever place. Happy Father's Day from Yusuf. Shadrach.
Happy Father's Day to every dad out there. And just to maybe give it context, more context, I would like to call upon the male champions to continue promoting gender equality. Because through that, then we'll have a peaceful community. Yes. So happy Father's Day.
Yes, thank you very much. And I want you guys to take mine and KUTV and Art and Culture Monday happy Father's Day to all the refugees that you're going to be meeting today. I know most of them might not have the opportunity to have celebrated Father's Day with their fathers because of many reasons, including distance, because they're not in their home countries. But please go and wish them a happy Father's Day to all of them who are fathers, because you have fathers in the refugees camp, and to them whose fathers are away, a happy Father's Day from us here. Thank you so much, guys. This was such a pleasure. You can probably give us your social media handles, you know, for someone who wants to follow up with what a refugee consortium does, with what Mount Kenya University does in regard to refugees. So give us your social media handles as we close.
There's on Twitter at Mount Kenya University.
Yes.
And mine is Njonjo Yusuf on Twitter.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
We push our agendas largely through Twitter. So our Twitter handle is at RCK Kenya.
Yes. At RCK Kenya.
Yes.
Your personal handle?
No.
Yes. So RCK Kenya is where you're getting Shadrach. Don't worry, you will get in touch with him. Guys, we want to take a very short break, but when we come back, we have a performance from actually one of the refugees. She's here. She is talented. You don't want to miss that. But right about now, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure. It has been very eye-opening. If you can be able to get to Kenyatta University Parklands, you're going to be learning a lot. You're going to be having fun, and you're definitely going to be integrating with some very unique and diversely talented resources that you will get right there. Right about now, we want to take a short break. When we come back, a performance, and then we close.